Today I wanted to show you my swatch book by Lightwish. I found this on Amazon. It's a really practical size. It's probably about 8 inches by 7 or 9, just slightly over. It's got a good hard cardboard backing. The front of the book is water resistant, and as you can see from their own advertising, you can use watercolors, oil pastels, colored pencils, or markers. It has this ring binding here, which I'll come to in a minute. Initially I thought it would be a bit of a nuisance, but actually I think it works out really well. If I open the book, you can see that it's got numerous places for swatches. Each page is covered by a protective sheet, which is quite nice in case you close the book before your paints have dried. There's a swatch base for each one with a line going down it, which allows you to see whether or not your paints are opaque or transparent or semi-transparent. And then it's got a couple of lines for the name and the color of the paint. The book says that it is 100% cotton. There are 36 spaces per page and there are 12 removable sheets. Let's say what thickness the sheet is, but as you can see, it's quite a thick, firm sheet and it takes the water well. If I just show you how I like to use it, on the first page, I've got my core colors, Schmincke paints, and I've arranged them in warms, neutrals, cools, and other useful colors. And then down here I've got a few samples that I use from time to time, but not frequently. On the second page I have got a few colors that I'm testing out in the Derwent Inktense. I'm wondering whether this might work well for my shadow stage, which I do before the rest of my watercolor. And so because these dry and don't move once they're dry, this could potentially be really useful for the shadow stage. I prefer the blocks because I find I get a smoother wash as a whole with those than I can with the pencils, which I find leave lines. On my third page, I've got colour mixes that I use frequently. I don't want a book full of every colour mix I can do on my palette, as that would make it hard to find things. So for me, the number of sheets I have here is certainly plenty. The only thing I thought I would find frustrating is the way these undo. You have to lift and pull each one out individually. I thought at first that would be a real nuisance, but I'm not changing pages all the time. And in fact, I think it will actually be better in the long term because it's not going to accidentally come undone. So that's it. The swatch book comes in landscape, as I have here, and a portrait format. Interestingly, I found that there are refills for the portrait format, but I've not yet found refills for the landscape. But I honestly don't think I'm going to need more than what I have here. I'll put the link, as I mentioned, in the description. And this one cost me, on Amazon, cost me around 30 Australian dollars. But as I said, I'll put the actual price in the description. So just wanted to show you that because I think it's a really useful little book for keeping handy. Sometimes in your palette, your colours can look very different to what they look on page. So this is really useful just to be able to see quickly which one you can grab for. I hope you like it and give it a check out.